You know how it is, right? You got to get something done fast. So you just drop a password to a coworker. We've all been there. But what if that tiny, quick fix is actually a massive security hole? Well, today we're going to look at a much smarter way to collaborate online, a way that might just be the end of password sharing as we know it. And it's all built around this tool called Sendwin.
So be honest, when was the last time you shared a login? Dropped it in a Slack DM? Maybe an email? Yeah, we all do it. I mean, it's just so easy, right? But that convenience, well, it's hiding some pretty serious dangers, and we're going to pull back the curtain on those right now.
And that's the thing, right? This isn't just some sloppy habit. It's a real, tangible business risk hiding in plain sight. I mean, you've got major security groups, we're talking NIST, the UK's National Cybersecurity Center, they've been shouting about this stuff for years. They know that sharing passwords is like leaving the front door wide open for attackers. It's one of the easiest ways for them to get in and cause some serious damage.
All right, so let's break it down. What exactly makes sharing a password so dangerous? Let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Okay, so the risks here are way bigger than you probably think. First up, you've got something called credential sprawl. Basically, one little leak can give an attacker the keys to the entire kingdom. And then there's this, no audit trail. If something goes wrong, you have absolutely no way of knowing who did what. But maybe the scariest one is persistent access. You know, that contractor who finished a project 3 months ago, yeah, did anyone remember to change the password you gave them? Probably not. They could still be in there.
All right, that's the problem. And it's a big one. So what's the solution? Well, it's not about better passwords or fancier password managers. It's about a total shift in how we think about this. We need to stop sharing our secrets and start sharing access. And that brings us to this idea of session sharing. And seriously, the difference here is like night and day. Sharing a password, that's a permanent risk. It's out there forever. But session sharing, that's a complete opposite. It's secure, you can track everything, and the access is temporary and totally under your control. Think of it this way. You're not giving them a copy of your house key, you're just buzzing them in for a few hours while they do a job.
So what is session sharing, really? It's actually super simple. You're just letting someone use an account that you're already logged into, but only for a little while. They can get their work done, but here's the magic part. They never see the password. They get access to the logged-in session, not the secret password itself. That is the entire game.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. This probably sounds complicated, right? Some tech wizardry? Nope. In reality, it's ridiculously simple. Let's walk through how a tool like Sendwin pulls this off in, like, just a couple of clicks. Check this out. The whole thing is super fast. First, you start a secure session. Then, you log into whatever site you need. And then, you just click Share. That's it. You can even add some rules, like, hey, this link only works for 30 minutes. You send the link, they do their thing, and when they're done, boom, you hit revoke, and their access is gone, instantly. And the whole time, nobody ever saw a password.
Okay, so for this to actually work in the real world, you've got to be in complete control, right? You need to trust it. So let's dig into the features that make this whole thing not just easy, but truly secure. This is where you really get to be the boss. You can set timers so access just, poof, disappears after an hour. No more worrying about old permissions. Get this, you can even blur out sensitive stuff on the page like billing details before you even share it. And the tech behind it all is built on what's called a zero trust model. Everything happens in a secure, isolated bubble in the cloud, not on your computer or theirs. It's all locked down tight with seriously strong encryption.
Now, security is awesome. We all want it, but let's be real. If a system is secure but slows you down, nobody's going to use it. It's just human nature. So let's switch gears and talk about how this actually makes you faster.
And this is the big question, isn't it? The one that really matters. It feels faster to just send a password, right? But think about the whole dance. Logging out of one account, logging into another, juggling a million tabs. When you look at the entire process, the answer here might actually shock you.
Okay, here it is, the payoff. For teams that are constantly juggling multiple accounts, the claim is a productivity boost of, wait for it, 80%. 80. And how is that even possible? Well, it's because you completely kill that miserable cycle of logging out, logging back in, clearing cookies, all that nonsense. You can literally have multiple accounts for the same website open at the same time, side by side. That is a total game changer.
So who is this really for?
Well, just imagine you're a marketer trying to manage 10 different ad accounts, or an e-commerce seller with multiple stores, maybe an SEO pro checking rankings from different parts of the world, or a developer testing different user accounts.
Basically, if your job involves that constant, annoying log-in, log-out shuffle, this is going to make your life so much easier.
Look, when you put the old way of doing things next to this new approach, it's not even a fair fight. Instead of a shared password that anyone could have, you share a temporary session. Instead of a clunky, annoying screen share where they can't do anything, they get a real interactive tab they can actually control. No matter how you slice it, it's just a smarter, safer, and way more efficient way to get work done.
So when you boil it all down, it comes back to this one simple, powerful idea. The new rule for working together online should be this: share access, not passwords. You grant access to the session, not the secret. It's a tiny phrase, but man, it represents a huge and really necessary step forward for our security. And that really just leaves us with one last question. And this one's for you. When you think about all the hidden risks of doing things the old way, and then you see how simple and secure this new way is, doesn't it feel like it's time to rethink how your team shares access to its most important accounts? It's definitely something to think about.